Hi everyone, welcome back to our show today. Well, plumbing issues can become a homeowner's worst nightmare, but the experts at North Star Plumbing have everything you need to know, from sump pumps to the water leaks and drains. We have John with us this morning, along with Jeremiah and Ben down on the end to talk about all things plumbing. I know it might not necessarily be the sexiest topic in the world, but hey, when your house is flooded, it's one you want to talk about. So why don't we just talk about something that people around here probably should have in their basement, hopefully anyway, with how low everything is and the high the water tables are. Sump pumps. If you just want to talk about that, how often should people be checking it or checking up on them to make sure they're working?
Yeah, I think homeowners should be, looking at their sub pump probably, monthly. And then a lot of times they'll recommend doing like a alarm system, like a water alarm. So if they aren't able to check them quite frequently, then at least they could get an alarm that would notify them.
Yeah, no, I need that. I have a sump pump and I don't think I've ever checked it. Sorry, guys. But I think if there was an alarm, then it would be good. So I know that my basement isn't getting flooded with anything. And so speaking of that, if you just want to go off of it, with that, we know that, the traditional ones, they plug into the wall. However, there's no electricity sometimes, or it goes out. That can be an issue. Is there a fix for that?
Yeah, we can do like a battery backup combo unit where if your primary pump fails, then the backup will kick in off a battery. Maintenance free, so you don't have to worry about that. There's also like an adapter. You can go on to that and do a Wi-Fi. So then it'll alarm you as well to your phone with no additional fees for that as well. So you got a good peace of mind there for that.
Yeah, plumbing going into the 21st century here. I didn't know it could connect to your Wi-Fi. That's
Absolutely.
I think that's actually pretty cool if we're being honest. And so then going with that, I know it's been winter for a while, but if people haven't done it yet, if you want to talk, Ben, what's the proper protocol with those hoses that you have going out of your house?
Well, I would just make sure that all the hoses for your hydrants and your sump pump are disconnected so they do not freeze over the wintertime, because they could cause some damages come spring once those pumps start pumping again. And when you turn your hose on to water your lawn the following year, you could potentially flood your basement.
And so if you have any of those hoses out right now, might be a bad thing in the spring.
Bad thing.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, give these guys a call. If you didn't take it in, you're going to want to give these people a call to make sure that it doesn't have any other issues. And here's their information up on the screen if you do need to get in touch with them. But now let's head on over to those water heaters. It's cold outside. We like taking that nice warm shower when we get in. So for you here, if people think, I'm maybe not getting as much hot water as I think I should be, what do they need to look into?
Yeah, we can definitely come out, definitely test their water heaters, electric ones, gas ones, so on and so forth. Big thing is just, maintaining them, draining them, sometimes descaling on tankless type water heaters is a good maintenance for them as well. But yeah, and, possibly considering newer ones if their water heaters are aged. More efficiency and everything is in the newer models for sure.
And I think some people might be nervous if they call to have that done that they won't have water for the next week or so. Can you tell about how long it would take if someone calls in and they need to replace the element in it or something like that? About how long would you be there?
Yeah, usually for just the standard service call, we'd be looking at probably 1 to 2 hours, for basically a repair on a water heater. Replacement of water heaters usually maybe 4 hours or so. They'll be back up and running.
So you can go to work, have it all done, you come back, and you can run the dishwasher when you get home.
You got the hot water.
Okay, yeah, that's what everyone likes to hear. And so another thing, a lot of people might notice, I remember this growing up out in the country, we had a well, so all your water was always rusty. But if you live in town, what are your thoughts on the water treatment systems that can get installed?
Well, it kind of seems like there's a lot of chlorine in this Fargo water, and/or a lot of women like to have the soft skin and the soft hair, and the water softeners are pretty good for that. The Fargo water is not terrible, but it's nice to have a peace of mind for having a water treatment system on your system. So
I think a lot of people think since they get city water, they don't need it because it's already done. But
and it seems like some parts of town are a little different as well. So, and if you come from a well, you've had a softener, so you kind of like that feeling as well.
Yep. So. Nope. I hear you on that. You always knew when the softener wasn't working because things always took a little longer to to go for it. But if people have any concerns or anything, we had your number and your information up on the screen there. Just real quick, about how long are people looking to book if they call you and they say they have an issue? Can you show up that day and take care of it, or is it dependable?
We could show up that day, emergencies for sure. Otherwise, we like to schedule out maybe 2-3 days out for remodels and those kinds of things. So, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, there we are, North Star Plumbing and Drain Cleaning. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, coming up on today's show, we have the Olympic trials that are continuing. Our sports reporter, Devin Fry, is lacing up his skates, and he's hitting the ice.